Thank you very much for joining us for today's webinar from ITWeb and Palo Alto Networks, where we will be discussing a very prominent, thorny issue for a lot of companies out there, namely why organizations are turning towards an integrated platform approach for cloud security, specifically cloud security, and the best way to do it using a cloud-native application protection platform. Today we are joined by Gordon Bailey-McEwan, who is the Prisma Cloud Solutions Architect at Palo Alto Networks, as well as his colleague Frans, the Prisma Cloud Sales Specialist for Palo Alto Networks. And we're going to start with a presentation from Gordon. So Gordon, thank you for joining us today.
Cloud supply chains are very complex. Most companies nowadays, they want to make a modernized cloud-native application, right? That's what they want to do. So that involves things like got to build the application for cloud. So it's got to run in the cloud, make use of a lot of the cloud-native services. We've also got to make use of things like microservices. So we must make sure that we're not using old monolithic huge applications anymore. We're going to break out our application into microservices so that it can scale effectively and so on. And the problem is that when you do this and you then decide you want to deploy this out into cloud, then it can become quite complicated.
The consumer, in terms of infrastructure as a service, is responsible for everything they run inside the cloud. So think about what resources and services I'm using. How am I configuring those? What is my credentials and my policy around credentials and access? How am I securing my network infrastructure? How am I protecting hosts, containers, serverless functions? And ultimately, how is my data being exposed and what's the risk around that? And as Prisma Cloud, we aim to be the single pane of glass capability that allows our customers to adopt cloud with peace of mind that their aspect of the shared responsibility model is covered in full.
Feel free to get in touch with the guys, ask your questions directly. I think it was very fascinating. I think it really touches on a very important and often overlooked part of the cloud journey. And to that matter, maybe an area that we tend to skip. If there is too much focus on being cloud native, people tend to get a little bit gun shy around security, and then they don't take advantage of these fantastic new methodologies and conveniences in the cloud world. But also, we have to be aware it is a bit more complicated. There are more considerations, such as the impact of managing open source code in your environment. So please reach out to Palo Alto, find out more about this, and get your environment going to really take advantage of cloud today.